let's make lemonade. Let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go, 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 go!
Six!
It's beautiful! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Land Rover of Des Moines. Up to $10,000 off remaining 2025 models with fresh Land Rover inventory arriving weekly. Start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Hello, YouTubers. Hit that subscribe button. Leave those comments in the comment section and hit that subscribe button. Of course, you can follow us on our social media channels, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm going to start with a TikTok story, Ross.
Yeah, start with a TikToker. What's up, buddy? How's that? It's Thursday morning today, right?
It is. Yeah,
okay,
Thursday.
yeah.
I mean, the weeks just fly by. Time does not slow down by any means.
Learning.
But, I posted one of our TikTok videos yesterday, and we got a comment. I woke up this morning, and I'm looking at it, and I see a TikTok, and I'm like, oh, somebody commented on a TikTok video, and it was about you. It was about you. They're like, whoa, that dude at the bottom. So it's, it's one of those vertical things. So I'm at the top, you're at the bottom.
Okay.
Like,
I'm a bottom. I'm power bottom.
No, it moves it. Whoever's talking, it moves it back and forth, right? They're like, whoa, that dude at the bottom, he looks like Robert Englund. He needs to be the next Freddy Krueger.
Oh, this is not good.
They think
you look like Freddy Krueger.
You look like Freddy Krueger.
Robert Englund. I'm looking at him right now. Sure, I can see it. I mean, he's not the most attractive man, but neither is I.
But he's very, he's a cult figure, should we say, in the horror world.
Oh, he was in V. I mean, obviously his biggest ones are he's Freddy. He's Freddy
for
Krueger.
Vendetta. Was he in V for Vendetta,
Well,
or was it a different?
Do you just remember do you remember the movie V at all? It was just called V.
See, all I remember is there was one that was V for Vendetta, and I think was that a Val Kilmer movie, or I'm just trying to think who was in that, but I don't remember the movie V.
You don't remember V? Oh
no,
dude, it was like I should go back and check that out. Because it's like an alien. It's like hey, aliens are here, and they've always been here, and they've always been a part of our government. And Racing for Pinks is, I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this. I feel like it was like an alien. Yeah. An army of aliens arrive on Earth asking for help and extending friendship.
Sounds like Mars Attacks.
I remember loving that when I was a kid with my brother. That, and how about if I said man, this is weird. Enemy Mine?
I remember the name of
the
it.
Movie Enemy Mine? Oh, now I gotta. I love when my brain does this. That was 1985. My brother and I watched that one. There was a famous dude, Dennis Quaid, and Louis Gossett Jr. played the alien in that one. That was another one that was like it was a sci-fi movie about an alien that came and needed help. He wasn't a bad guy. Rev says it was a TV series. So V was a TV series. Huh. Fun memory rabbit hole. So I look like Freddy Krueger. I've told you this before. I remember one time. This was the biggest curveball I ever got live in my life. This lady one day at the store is like, you look like that actor. I was
That narrows it down.
I do. And I'm thinking, she's like, yeah, you look like that famous actor. Yeah, she's going to, you mean George Clooney. You're talking about Brad Pitt, right? I look like I look
You're
like
Matthew McConaughey.
I look like Matthew McConaughey. Is that what you're about to say? Who people have said that about my brother? People have been like, "Oh, yeah, your brother looks like Matthew McConaughey." So I was like, "She's gonna say Matthew McConaughey," and she goes, "Yeah, that boy that does the meth on Breaking Bad. You look like boo curveball, swing and a miss. Oh boy,
That boy that does the meth on Breaking Bad.
Take my cap off and walk back to the dugout slowly because that was."
I just struck out.
You look just like that one boy. You mean Leonardo DiCaprio? No, the one that's all methed out. You look like that.
He's a really good actor. He's one of my favorite characters. Has some problems, but man.
So
Is that the only Hollywood star you've been compared to?
that's it. So now I've got the meth kid and Freddy Krueger going for me.
Well, Driftless Iowan says no. You got a little Kevin Spacey.
Oh
in you.
no, come on. I don't have any Kevin Spacey in me. No. Remove the power bottom comments. No. Oh, he's a creep. He's a creep. You know that,
Good
right?
actor.
No, I don't. No. Stop with the good actor.
Oh, I like Kevin Spacey in a number of films. I thought he was great.
Creep.
I'm not disputing that.
I wonder if there's.
But there
not
are
a
some
common
roles I
theme
really
of,
like him in.
People that can disassociate from who they are and completely be a different person and make other human beings believe that they are a different person. They kind of have a common thing about them sometimes. They creepy. I mean, I am an Epstein filer, so they creepy, dude. Kevin Spacey's a dirtball.
I'm not disputing that. All I said is he's played some. I thought he was great in American Beauty, House of Cards. He was fabulous in.
That's the one where he talks like this the whole time.
Yeah, he was.
Right?
He was
I'm out.
Yeah, no, but that was a really, really good show. And actually, for being the conspiracy theorist you are, I thought you would have liked that just because you're like, oh, I could see all this happening and the way it happens. Usual Suspects. I thought he was great.
Yeah, I liked him in Usual Suspects. That's when before I knew that he was a creep. But yeah, the Irish has great man. Why was he so good in American Beauty? Because he wasn't acting. Anyway, who's Verbal Kint? That's his name
Kint.
in the. I was like, who's Roger
Usual
Verbal Kint?
Suspects.
Yeah. Listen, Usual Suspects is fantastic. That's a fantastic movie. The curveballs in that, or the curveball, I guess, at the end.
Well, you know what's funny about Usual Suspects is that's a movie that now that you even know the ending, you can watch over and over again. Like,
agreed.
What was the one with Haley Joel Osment? I See Dead People.
Sense.
Yeah, I can't watch that anymore because it's like, okay, it.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. You know this about me, though. Okay. I am one of those people that walked out of The Sixth Sense, having watched Bruce Willis be ignored by his wife for 2 straight hours.
So you knew it from the beginning.
No. I walked out of that movie and thought, I didn't know he was dead at the end of the movie. It was more realistic to me that his wife just ignored him for 2 hours than he was dead.
Wow,
I'm like, I don't get it. The guy was just trying to do his job. What? I swear to God.
I can relate to this character. My wife ignores me for 2 hours. This is nothing new. I've gone to plenty of dinners and she hasn't talked to me. I can relate to this.
Yeah, but he was dead. Am I?
You walked out and didn't know that he was dead.
That was one of those dudes where, like, weeks later, people were like, "Oh, that Sixth Sense movie, that was amazing, man." And he was killed at the beginning. You're like, huh?
No, he survived the gunshot. He went on to he went on to help all these people doing his job.
I see dead people, Ra. Huh?
What a
V was a good one. Robert Englund. Okay. I can see it.
if you had longer locks, I see the Matthew McConaughey in you. I do.
I appreciate that.
If you had longer locks.
This billboard I've got stuck between my eyes. Bill Blank the other day was like, I never realized how big your nose is.
Come on,
I was like,
Bill.
oh, it's all right. It's all right. I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah, people have said they've compared. I've been called Tom Arnold before from a voice standpoint and from a look standpoint when I had hair. Tom Arnold's going to be at the Funny Bone tonight, by the way, in West Des Moines.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I've been compared to Tom Arnold. I don't see it, but people see what they want to see.
Yeah, I don't see that either. I think
and
you're better
usually I
looking
get
than Tom
like
Arnold.
Food Channel people. Like you're the guy in the Food Channel. I'm like,
oh, yeah, you look. Yeah, that's who you look like.
something.
Andrew. Andrew.
He's got
something.
the orange glasses.
Yeah,
yeah.
I see that. That's a good one. He's a fun dude. He's a fun dude. Did you know that we know Tom Arnold's college roommate?
Yes.
Scott Casper was Tom Arnold's college roommate. And if you've ever met either one of them, oh my God, I can't imagine.
I wonder who had a bigger influence on. Did Casper have a bigger influence on Arnold, or did Arnold have a bigger influence on Casper?
That is a collision of personalities, and that's a good question. It's a good question. And I did clarify. Remember, we were talking one day, and I said we also have another acquaintance who has a famous college roommate. I told you Jackie Schmeling.
Yeah,
I screwed up some of it because I ran into Jackie a couple weeks ago, and I always love seeing Jackie, and I went up and gave her a big hug. I'm like, hey, I was talking about you on my show the other day. I have no idea how I know this, but I think I said it right. I said Jackie Schmeling's college roommate was Meatloaf's daughter. And Jackie's like, wow, you're really close. It wasn't college. I went to a performing arts high school in California. And it was we stayed in dorms. It was a college-like experience for performing arts. And Meatloaf's daughter was her roommate.
So was her last name Loaf?
No. I think we had this conversation once. I don't remember that, but I was like, was she talented? She said she was a very talented lady. So anyway.
I also want to send out, while we're talking about viewer comments from TikTok, I got an email this morning from our listener Brant. And Brant, first of all, he sent out an apology because, guys, I love what you do. I apologize. I haven't listened all week. And he sent pictures of him and his girlfriend. He's on a cruise to Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Croix, and the Dominican. And he's on a beach. And he said, hey, honey, hold the camera. And he paints, or he in the beach. And I put this on our X account and Facebook account, The Rush on the beach.
Oh, that's cool.
And he poses. She's probably like, don't you want a picture with me? No, I want a picture with I drew out The Rush. So he doesn't have the Jeep stud flag, but he went ahead and just, I'm gonna draw out The Rush in the paint. Not I love you, not will you marry me. It's The Rush.
You said go through. Can you go through the islands that they're going to see again?
He Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Croix, and Dominica, which I assume is the Dominican Republic.
No. Dominica is a little
an island.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's between Martinique and Guadalupe.
So yeah, those are the islands.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever been to the Caribbean?
I have not. And for some reason, here's the deal. And I shouldn't judge, but I'm a judgmental person. Okay. Because I've never been on a cruise. I have no desire to be on a cruise whatsoever. Seeing a boat and that many people on a boat, I'm just like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
That many people concentrated in a small amount of area, not for me. If I were to ever go to like St. Croix or St. Thomas or the British Virgin Islands, I would just want a plane there, land there, stay there, and that's how I'm going to get off the island. I don't need to see multiple islands, But Ross, this is the weird thing about me. I'm not a water guy. I know people love the beaches and they love to hang out by water. That's just not me. And I don't know why, because growing up, I loved to swim. I loved to go to the pool and stuff. And I've told this story before, but maybe one thing that traumatized me is we did a family vacation in Mexico, and we lost Mary on the beach in Playa del Carmen for about an hour and a half.
God, I remember you telling me this story. That's a nightmare.
Like we left Mexico going, we're done. We're never going to do this again.
How old was she? I remember when this happened.
She was 4.
I remember you telling me. I don't remember it happening. I wasn't your friend then, but
3 or 4, and literally she had walked about a mile down the beach, and we thought she was gone. And Jeanette was like, "Hey, we're never leaving Mexico until we find her." And I said, "Yeah, no kidding."
Oh, that's a nightmare. It's It's funny you remember that hour because it felt like 5 days.
Yes. And it and even though we found her, we're happy. But the rest of the trip was just like, don't leave our sight. Don't leave our sight.
Yeah. Oh, that ruins it. I'm with you, Trav, but people that go on cruises love them. You know what I mean? One of my buddies, TJ, who I've been fishing with and have dinners with from time to time. He listens to our show quite a bit. TJ, he loves cruises. That's kind of what they do all the time. And then I was talking to his mom one day, and I'm like, "Yeah, you guys got a cruise coming up." And she started telling me about another. His mom worked at East, and she was telling me about another lady that I knew from East High School who does so many cruises that like they're free now.
So it's like it's like people who go to Vegas who get the rooms all the time.
Yeah. She's built up enough points and things like when she goes, they like get pictures with the captain. You know what I mean?
Captain Steubing, good to see you again.
Right. So if you like them, you love them. I've learned that. And I've never been on one, so I shouldn't speak. You know what I mean? It's just I'm kind of with you. Have you seen the documentary, The Poop Cruise?
Was that the COVID boat?
Not COVID boat. This was one that was in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And lost power. And so it was just adrift for several days. Well, part of the power on a boat is the plumbing system.
Yeah, because you got to flush the black tank, right? You got to get rid of the black water.
Well, there's no gravity in water tower, so everything's run via pump. Dude, you put 1,000 people on a boat. Everybody has to go to the bathroom multiple times a day. It's one of the it's so disgusting, dude. And these people were stuck. No air conditioning.
Ooh,
6 days or something like that. They were
probably the pump in the pool is not like recycling the water.
You name it. You name it.
Ooh.
And at first they're like, "Hey, listen, it's just going to be a temporary thing. So for the inconvenience, free drinks." You know how that went. That's a fun documentary. It's called The Poop Cruise. It's on Netflix.
Wow.
So now you got to watch that one and Sky King. That's the other one.
Now, you were telling me about Sky King this morning. First thing you sent me something on the World Cup, which we'll get to that. That wasn't on the rundown, but you sent me that Facebook post on the World Cup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then Sky King was about a dude. You went through it in Seattle that
he hijacked the plane. Yeah, he was. You know, do you remember the dude that built the bulldozer and just ripped apart his town? You remember the movie? Oh man, what was the Michael Douglas movie where he loses his shit?
Falling Down.
Dude, Sky King was like it's like a real life version of Falling Down. It's a dude that's just fed up. It's a guy that tried to do all the things in life that he was supposed to do, can't get ahead, keeps falling behind, more and more depressed, and finally one day says, "Okay, this is it. This is my last day here. What do I want to do? I'm going to hijack a plane and do a backflip in it. And then when that's done, I'm going to nose down into an island." And it's a sad story, but there's something kind of killdozer. Thanks, Ray. There's something kind of like that in this story. Like he doesn't hurt anybody. He doesn't hurt anybody or anybody else's property except for an airplane. And then the most disgusting part of the documentary is one of the very last lines that pops up on the screen was, and at the year-end financial review of the company, there was one line about this kid hijacking a plane, and he said the whole time, "I'm doing this because they won't even pay me minimum wage. Like I can't make a living. I'm doing everything I can, and they won't even pay us a living wage to be a ground crew person." And the final line in the documentary is that in the financial report, it had one line, and it said the plane that was stolen was 100% covered by insurance, and we paid no deductible.
Speaks volumes.
Oh,
I think
buddy.
The impressive thing of what you told me, you're like, how does a guy hijack a plane and fly it? He must be a pilot. No, he learned how to fly playing video games.
Playing video games. And did things in the plane that other professional pilots told him, that plane can't do that. If you try to do that, the plane's going to break apart. And he did it.
It's kind of like that NASCAR driver we had on a couple weeks ago. What was his name?
Ross Chastain.
Yeah, Ross Chastain. I'm just going to go against the wall and go 145 miles an hour. You're not supposed to do that, but I've done it on a video game. I'm going to do it. Can I barrel roll this Cessna? No. Oh, yeah, I can. I did it in the video game. Watch this.
Yep. He pulls it off. He's coming down on a lake, Travis, and 10 feet above the water, it bellies and comes up. And the pilots are like, he just pulled off a barrel roll in a Cessna.
They should have been like, son, why don't you get yourself back to an airport? Because you're a good enough pilot, you might be able to fly one of these planes. We have a career for you.
Oh, it's sad, dude. They try to tell him that. They're like, hey, man, maybe if you land this thing, we can get you a job. And he goes, no, man, I tried that. They're like, well, why wouldn't they promote you? And he goes, they don't promote guys like me. I'm a white guy.
Wow.
It wasn't because he was white. It was because, and they go through it, he was white. He came from white trash. He was the wrong kind of white guy. It was a sad deal.
You did send me that World Cup thing, because the World Cup's coming up, folks, and it's going to be all over the country. Kansas City is going to be hosting the World Cup, and it's going to be, it's going to be a different experience in each and every one of these cities, just because cities are different.
Yeah.
Now, New York, New Jersey is going to be an interesting story. Holy crap, Ross. Just be glad, folks, you don't live in a city like New York and Newark, because what is happening in the World Cup there, if that video you sent me is correct, and I've seen that guy before, he puts out some pretty good stuff.
And I've seen some of that information previously, Travis. I've had it up in tabs before of like, oh man, we need to talk about this. But he kind of puts it all in one concise thing about how they are fleecing fans. $225 parking.
Well, not only that, think about this, because they're playing at MetLife Stadium, where he points out that the World Cup's not allowing parking on the site. They're not allowing tailgating. So the closest place to park is in a next door mall. So, mall parking's free, right? Oh, no. $225 to park at the mall. But then you just can't walk from the mall to MetLife Stadium. You got to hop on a bus.
Which, as you know, Travis, almost every other country, walking is the preferred method of transportation.
Yeah.
People that are coming from abroad, and by the way, it's not MetLife Stadium. Did you know this? You didn't know this, did you?
No.
You didn't know this. It's not MetLife Stadium. We should have talked about this yesterday when we were talking about awful rebrands. I swear to you, it's not MetLife Stadium anymore. It's literally called New York, New Jersey Stadium. Thank you. I can feel your disdain with that. They have rebranded MetLife Stadium as New York, New Jersey Stadium for the FIFA World Cup.
Just for the World Cup.
Just for the World Cup.
Because MetLife didn't pay for the sponsorship of said World Cup hosting?
How would you feel if you were MetLife?
Imagine this. Exactly. This is what you gave millions of dollars for, to put your name, God, I want to have Chris Conley jump back on now. Okay, let's say you had
I should have brought it up yesterday. I'm sorry.
A FIBA World Championship come to Des Moines to play at Casey Center. And FIBA said,
basketball.
That would be basketball.
Yeah, right, yep.
Yeah. Said, sorry, we can't call it Casey Center because this is a world international event, and they didn't pay us for those naming rights.
And Chris Conley had to call Casey's and say, hey, guys, I got bad news. Hey, guys, I got bad news. We aren't the Casey's Center for next week. We're called the Des Moines Arena. And we have to cover up all of the things that say Casey's. Yeah, they're not MetLife Stadium. It's New York, New Jersey Stadium. You cannot, they are shutting down. And if you've ever seen an aerial view of New York, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium, imagine those old photos of Dodger Stadium, where it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in a swamp. Literally, it's in an old swamp. It is a giant parking lot all around it, and then surrounded only by freeways. So you have to take, you can't walk to the stadium. There's just no way to do it. So you can't walk to the stadium. You can't drive to the stadium because they've blocked off all the parking and all tailgating on the grounds. Like you said, you can either park at the mall across the street for $250 or something like that, or you can take the Metro Transit.
Now, before you talk about the Metro Transit, because this is the one that bothers me the most. Should I be bothered by $225 at the mall? Yes, but that's a private entity. They can charge what they want. If they're going to provide the transit, the bus rides to and from, charge what you want. If you're willing to pay. It's the public transit thing that bothers me, Ross, because you have to go from Penn Station to MetLife Stadium, which is an 18-mile trip on a normal day. What is it, $12.80? I believe it is.
The article I have right now says $12.90. So that's funny that you'd say that. Yeah.
$12.90, which is a normal ride. If you go to a Giants or Jets game on a Sunday, and you're going to take off from Penn Station, you're going to pay $12.90. For the World Cup, it costs what?
$100.
That I have a problem with because that is the antithesis of what public transportation is supposed to be.
And Travis, here's the other thing. Did you hear this part of it? Actually shut down to the public. You can only get on the train if you have a ticket to the World Cup event at New York, New Jersey Stadium. So commuters that depend on that for their daily travel to and from work at $12.90 can't even pay the $100 to get.
Can you imagine all these foreigners that are coming in and going, this is not affordable. Hell, the tickets aren't even
affordable. This is America. Don't keep slipping up. This is America. Bring your checkbook.
Wow. And some of these people are going to be here, if their teams are here, could be here for a couple months,
weeks.
Right? Didn't the world?
Yeah,
weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. Fleecing. Where there's opportunity, we will take advantage of it. No doubt about it.
The
Go ahead.
The entire financials of this World Cup are mind-boggling. I mean, you could almost solve world hunger with how much money is going to be thrown around.
Yeah, because they're going to make like $11 billion, up like 56% from the Qatar World Cup games.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a giant increase from what they made in just the World Cup just 4 years ago.
They're going, we should probably play in America all the time because we'll make a lot more money. Hey, if you're thinking about a vasectomy, Urology Center of Iowa offers a no-scalpel procedure that's quick, straightforward, and performed by specialists who do it every single day. Visit iowauro.com, click Schedule an Appointment, and you'll be ready to go. At Urology Center of Iowa, we see you. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name's Gary Presnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Todd Lee, sales and leasing consultant here at Willis Cadillac. Spring is here and flowers are in bloom. And by flowers, we mean our amazing inventory of Cadillac CT5s and XT5s. And with interest rates as low as 2.9%, now's a great time to stop in Willis Cadillac and pick one up. From sedans to SUVs, Willis has what you're looking for. Stop out and see us or visit us online at williscadillac.com.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Back to The Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's The Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
If you're looking for a mortgage for your new home, Gary Presnell is the man to call. He's a mortgage banker with Northwest Bank, financing residential homes the past 25 years. He offers a variety of loans to get you in your new house. He can get you pre-approved for that loan in 30 minutes, and it can happen after hours during the week or during the weekends. Gary's been the state of Iowa's top producing mortgage banker the past 8 years. You can trust him. Call him today at 515-975-6767. Let's keep talking about money, shall we, Ross?
I'm good with that, yeah.
It's going to be a segment of money, because we were just talking about money when it came to the World Cup and the fleecing of fans by New York, New Jersey. But, you know, everybody thinks that in sports, you know, you spend a lot of money, you're going to guarantee yourself some wins. And I think this is worthy, because we talked about culture early on. You know, I mean, culture is a big, what buys championships? Is it money? Is it facilities? Or is it culture? And I think this even proves to what you said earlier on this week. It's about culture. Let's look at the Dodgers and the Mets right now. You are talking about the two highest payrolls in Major League Baseball. Two highest. And by some counts, the Mets had a higher payroll on opening day than the Dodgers. The Dodgers are spending a lot more because they've got deferred money. But the Mets, on opening day, had the highest payroll in Major League Baseball. Dodgers not far behind. Dodgers have won 2 straight world championships. They played last night. Shohei Ohtani on the hill for the Dodgers struck out 10 in 6 innings. decided to not go to the plate last night and be a hitter. But you're going, okay, the Dodgers beat the Mets. The Mets, Ross, have now lost 8 straight games. They have 7 wins on the season, one of the worst records, not the worst, but one of the worst records in Major League Baseball. They spent a lot of money a year ago in hoping to turn it around. They've spent a lot of money this year. And I know it's early because you're going to say, well, it's April, and that's a valid point. But they didn't make the playoffs last year. And the way they're going right now, you're like, is this going to be a playoff team? They've got stars. They've got everything that have aligned as far as talent goes. But do they have a culture that produces wins?
No, is the answer to that last question. But you're also right to caution all of this with it is April 16th. They started off the season like 7-4, and now they've lost 8 straight. They're playing their maybe their worst baseball of the year in April. That's not necessarily a horrible thing. In fact, this is the worst you're going to play all year. That's a great time to do it. They're 5 games back. We're talking about a week. Seriously, a good week of baseball, and the Braves stumble, and you sweep Atlanta, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, look, they're in the race. Wild card team in April. So that you're right to caution it with like, it's early, a lot can change, but this is not how this is supposed to go. You're not supposed to have the second highest payroll in baseball and ever be in last place in your division.
Or ever lose 8 in a row.
That's a good point. Yeah. There's definitely some things happening there. Do they have the culture for winning? No, but right now there are not a lot of teams that you could say that about in baseball. The Dodgers have a winning culture right now.
Do the Yankees have a winning culture, even though they haven't won the World Series?
No, not right now. Do you, as a Yankee fan, do I have any faith that Aaron Boone and this Yankees team are going to? No, they haven't shown it to us. They haven't won a championship in a long time. No, the Dodgers have a winning culture. Who else? Who else would you say? Who else could we say in Major League Baseball has a winning culture? Do the Braves still have a winning culture?
Braves have the best record in the National League right now, I believe.
Yeah, 12-7 right now. Oh no, they're not the best. No, the Dodgers are the best record.
Oh yeah, the Dodgers have 14 wins. The Braves have 12 wins. And I guess I look at a culture. I would say the Yankees have a winning culture. Now, are they winning? But I think there's a level of expectation. They've made the playoffs. Have they got over the hump? They haven't. Aaron Boone's been consistent. He just needs to get that World Series to get that monkey off his back. But I can appreciate your opinion on that. I think it's hard to say which team does because the Dodgers have been so dominant.
It's like dominant, dude.
It's like how do you compete with this? I mean, I'm watching SportsCenter this morning, and it's just like, let's just give them the World Series title now because there's nobody who can compete with this team. But the moral of the story is, if you think, because how many times have we heard the Cubs you're not spending enough money. You hear all these teams, you're not spending enough money. You've got the money, you're not. Just because you throw money at a problem doesn't guarantee success.
Right. Mets are a great example of that.
Yes. Does Carlos Mendoza last the season? The manager?
Oh.
He signed a 3-year contract. He's on year number 3. He's got a 4th-year option. But you're like, okay, you either cut your losses now and try to reset a culture and make a change. Did you say they go play the Braves next?
No. I was saying if they could win. Let me go see what they've got coming up here. Sorry, Mets 7-12, 8 straight losses. Well, you got to realize part of those 8 straight losses were getting swept by the Dodgers. Where are they next? Oh, they're headed to Wrigley. tomorrow, 1:20 first pitch at Wrigley Field. So there you go. Want to break up a losing streak, head to Wrigley. Cubs aren't playing good right now either. What's the Cubs record? Oh my gosh, Cubs are 9-9. Last place in the Central, 2 games back.
Again,
that's
April.
Kind of funny. Yeah, and last in your division and 2 games back are funny. So, but the Cubs aren't playing great right now. But if the Mets want to get it right, this is after playing the Dodgers. This is the place to do it.
Yeah, and the difference is we have no emotional attachment to the Mets whatsoever. But can you imagine? New York fans are a different breed, right? Can you imagine what's going on with Met fans? We've lost 8 in a row. We've got a $370 million payroll. This is not what we want. This is either going to be one of the greatest comeback stories where you talk about, man, do you remember this team lost 8 in a row, sitting in last place?
My gut tells me this has happened. Teams lose 8 in a row. It's not great. It's a horrible, but this has happened. My gut tells me, Travis, in August, if the Mets are in first place, we won't. You'll say, remember when the Mets lost 8 in a row? And I'll go, they did.
Yeah, we did a half hour on the Mets losing 8 in a row. Another money story, and I'm not backing away from where I was in 2022. I was a fan of the idea and concept of LIV Golf.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday, there was a lot of chatter, and it was picking up. Coach Herson was coaching us or was texting us. There was a lot of chatter that Saudi Arabia was going to pull its funding for LIV Golf, and the tournament and the league was just going to end. Since 2022, the PIF, which is their public investment fund, has spent roughly $5 billion, Ross. Right now, it's reported they're spending $100 million a month. Most of that is...
How?
Most of that is for guaranteed contracts to Bryson DeChambeau, Cam Smith, John Rahm. Then you have...
Hold on. Just stop for a second there with me and walk me through that. You said they're spending over $100 million a month.
Yeah.
And then you say the majority of that goes to big contracts.
Big contracts. And
how much are those dudes making a month?
I think quite a bit.
Well, I mean, can we find out? Because here's what I'm telling you: that math don't math. That math don't math. To say, hold on. Here's what you said. Here, because I just need, and I'm not saying you're lying or making stuff up, but I'm just saying we need to check. We got to check some of this, because $100 million a month, and the majority of that is going to salaries.
You didn't let me finish.
Okay,
let me finish.
Okay, all right.
The other part of that, the majority, is to the purses for the tournament. So if you have 3 tournaments, which are $30 million each, so your purse for each tournament is $30 million. So let's say you have 2 or 3 tournaments, there's $90 million right there. If you have 3 tournaments in a month. If you have 2 tournaments in a month, that's $60 million. So your purses are driving that up as well.
Okay.
So the number that's been reported is $100 million. It could be more than that. So there's two factors to that. Now, anybody who's been in business knows that you can throw money at a problem, doesn't necessarily fix it. I liked LIV Golf because it was as a disruptor. Was the business model flawed from the beginning? Absolutely. When you throw guaranteed contracts out there, there's a reason all those golfers left, because they're like, I can make this much money. Okay, I'll do that. The 54-hole thing, I didn't have a problem with. A lot of people did. The team thing, they did. Now, the LIV president yesterday, after that meeting with the PIF, came out and said the season is full throttle ahead. They're playing in Mexico City, I believe, this week. But, Ross, where there's smoke, there's fire. Meaning, if I'm reading tea leaves, you get in the room and say, listen, understand the business thing. but you just can't abandon this thing right now. You've got high-profile players. You've got people who have got tournaments lined up. You're getting ready to hit the American stretch of the LIV Tour. If you pull out now, you've created you're going to the PIF and said, listen, you took a beating anyway. People calling you dirty money, all this stuff. You're going to take an even bigger PR hit if you do this. I could see at the end of the season that this thing goes away.
What does it? What impact did they have on the PGA?
I think
it seemed to me like it was pretty major.
I do too. It's going to be one of these things, Ross. In 10 years, we get a 30 for 30. The true impact of LIV Golf and how it did disrupt the game and force the PGA to make concessions in its archaic, tough-handed ways with players and gave players more of a voice. Did it change everything? No, but did it drive up purses in PGA tournaments? Absolutely did. Did it get conversations surrounding what Bryson DeChambeau does with his YouTube channel and be able to make money that way? I mean, there's a lot of things that I think have happened that people were pissed about, but probably deep down going, here's an opportunity to improve what we do in the PGA. The PGA is still the best, right? I'm not saying that LIV is better than the PGA Tour. It's not. But I think you can look at it and say it forced the PGA to look at itself and make changes and adapt to the growing game. And as you can't operate a business today like you did in 1975. You just can't.
So Coach Hersom says they got purses higher, but that's all they did. I thought that there was a restructuring of the PGA.
Yeah,
I thought that there was I thought that now it was owned by the players, and now it was. I thought in 2024 am I misremembering something there that there was a restructuring of the PGA?
I would say, Coach, they got Jay Monahan basically fired or out. I think players now have a bigger voice. Now it's a board, and sure, it's Tiger, it's Rory, but I think there are things that go to the players beforehand. I think it's going to be a bigger impact than what people.
Yeah, players now hold equity in the tour, designed to align their interests with the long-term growth of the organization. It says the PGA Tour is primarily owned and controlled by its players following a 2024 restructuring that created a for-profit entity, PGA Tour Enterprises, through a $3 billion deal. I mean, they did more than just get purses higher.
So
it wasn't like the PGA just said,
sharing.
okay, we'll give you more money. They actually got some equity in it, and that seems like a good thing.
And you have the profit sharing program because they had to evaluate going, okay, if these guys are getting guaranteed money at the LIV, how do we get these guys more money? You offer them equity, and it's still, you got to perform to get some of that equity in the profit sharing, but it makes sure the best of the best are being taken care of. Because when you have a guy like John Rahm, who in his prime goes, I'm going to go take $300 million or whatever it was. Who wouldn't do that?
Rory was too. Yeah. I don't want the blood money. Yeah, I think that's a great, Travis, the PGA LIV conversation to me was always kind of funny to watch. I never had a dog in the fight. I didn't really care that much about it. It wasn't my money. I was never going to get any of the money. It didn't matter to me. It was fun to watch. It was really interesting to watch as a guy who really loves watching how people pick their team, carry the flag, wave the flag, circle the wagons, and you can't convince somebody that loved the PGA that the PGA had anything wrong. You can't, you couldn't for years. It was like, no, PGA does everything right. And then it was like, okay, yeah, you're right. So maybe they had some of the money stuff wrong. Well, yeah, that's what this whole thing was about. And then there were guys that did the same thing. And at times, I think you even caught yourself carrying that LIV flag, right? And being like, oh no, LIV, it's kind of, this is cool. And people would be like, no, Trav. And you found yourself in that position of having to kind of defend the LIV because you had said, hey, I don't mind this thing.
I'll defend it. I didn't stop watching the PGA Tour, but I said, hey, I don't mind fans being active and loud on a course. I think it's more of a true baseball, football. It's what it's accepted at the Waste Management Open or the Phoenix Open. You're like, why is that the greatest spectacle in golf? Because it's a party. And I'm like, I can get on board with this.
It's so incredibly pretentious. Like
golf?
Oh my gosh.
Like the Masters. They kicked Mark Calcavecchia off the course because he had a cell phone. They literally said, hey, Calc, you have to leave. You have a cell phone on the course.
Don't get me started, man. But again, people have picked their team on that. People have picked their team. I am all for it. Well, what if this happened? No, it's all about the light beer and the palmetto cheese sandwiches or whatever. Whatever. It's a tradition unlike any other. Yeah. Yep. You want to talk about that tradition or not? Want to talk about Condoleezza Rice? Want to talk about Tiger? It's silly. It's the most pretentious gatekeeping thing. And again, it is a great example of people pick their team. They will not change their mind. No matter what new information they get, they've decided the PGA is either good or bad. The LIV was either good or bad. And then you wave the flag. You circle the wagons, defend your position. And that's what happens here with LIV and PGA. And so I think there are a lot of people that are celebrating the demise of LIV and are like, yeah, I knew it all along. I knew it would fail. They're giving $100 million a month. Fail?
And the narrative that the PGA and a lot of people, and I've seen in the comments, good, the blood money. Okay, I just want you to know.
Dude, it's so funny. By the way, that's a tactic that was used by the PGA that you are that those people are just repeating.
By the way, if you watch soccer, it owns Newcastle FC in the English Premier League. 75% of 4 Saudi Pro League clubs. In golf, they have LIV. In tennis, they have a multi-year partnership with the ATP Tour, becoming the new official naming sponsor of the ATP rankings. Combat sports, if you watch MMA, they're highly involved with that. What else is very popular right now, right, Ross? Formula One. You know who invests a lot in Formula One? The PIF. Nobody's sitting there complaining about the blood money in those sports.
Everybody's the good guy too. That's the other part of that. That's the other part of that thing of waving the flag. Your team is the good guy. No matter what happens, your team's the good guy. And we'll find the reasons, even if it even applies to us a little bit. We'll say, oh man, you know that guy wears glasses, right? You're going to trust some guy that wears glasses?
Well,
that's how there's political discourse in 4 seconds.
And the ironic thing about this, now it never came to fruition because they never really could come to an agreement. But let's not forget that the PGA Tour and the PIF came together and were going to form a partnership which included equity into the PGA Tour from the PIF.
Travis, now we're making the money. Shut up. Shut up. Travis, full disclosure, never once watched a LIV event.
You know why? Because you couldn't find it on television.
I never once watched it. I'm not a golf. I very rarely will sit down and watch a major. I mean, I flip it on Sunday. I watched Sunday for the Masters.
And I don't blame you for that. When it first came out, I watched it was on YouTube at the time. They got to deal with the CW for a little bit. I believe Fox Sports has a little bit of it now, but it's not front and center, and they're unable to get a TV contract from the beginning. Hurt that league. I think they thought, well, we'll have big names. People will want to do that. I think the major network said, well, we don't want to ruffle the feathers of the PGA Tour. Let's slow play this and see how it plays out. Because LIV didn't want to pay for a TV contract. They wanted to be paid for said TV contract. And full disclosure, Ross, I haven't watched a LIV event in probably two and a half years, right? I don't even know where to find it anymore. But on our thumbnail today, I put live and let die. What I think is going to happen is they're going to let it live for the rest of the year. And then at the end of this year, that way they can get their ducks in a row, say, hey, how can we get these guys back in? And remember, they had that window of opportunity, and Brooks Koepka took advantage of it. Patrick Reed has to re-qualify for the PGA tournament, so he's been on the European, the DP Tour. He's going to finish in the top 10. He'll be back on the PGA Tour next year. But what do you do with a John Rahm? What do you do with a Cam Smith? What do you do with these guys? Do you say, hey, you got to go play in the DP Tour? Are you going to fine them? Hey, you got to give $5 million. You just made $300 million. You give us $5 million for charity.
For charity.
Because as much as they are pissed that those guys left, the PGA Tour still needs a Bryson DeChambeau. It needs a John Rahm. It needs you got to have your best players playing on that tour.
We're going to give you a carefully cultivated list of nonprofits that you can donate to. You might notice some similar names when you look up the CEOs of all of those nonprofits, but you're helping the kids. It's all for the kids.
All for the kids.
We're curing cancer over here. That would be the play. You guys can come back as long as you donate to a nonprofit. All right, yeah, I've got a nonprofit in mind. No, not that one.
Coming up at 7:30, Brian Duax from Central City Liquors is going to be joining us for the Rush Radio Show special of the weekend. You'll be able to purchase a special bottle at a special price from Thursday through Sunday. We're also going to draw a winner. I think he's going to take us into the secret stash. Daniel Douglas wrote on our Facebook page today, Ross, if I win again, I'm going to have to take out a HELOC.
Well, he was smart enough to go down there and get his name back into the bucket again.
Yeah.
He's got a receipt in the can. Let's see what happens.
Nothing
Good
wrong
luck
with
to
that.
you.
I'm anxious to see what this week's bottle is, and I'm anxious to see the inside of the secret stash, the vault, which somebody's going to be able to go in and make a purchase. And you might need to take out a HELOC just to be able to get into that special stash, but it'll be well worth it. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job-ionaire, a front row tickets to every show-yonaire, a hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie-yonaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles-yonaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Willis Infinity, and this month we have some exciting new offers going on. Take advantage of up to $6,000 in retail cash on an all-new 2026 QX60, or lease a QX60 autograph for as low as $799 with $39.99 down. Also, on this beautiful QX80, take advantage of up to $9,000 in retail cash, or 0% at 60 months on the QX80 autograph or sport. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit our showroom or online at willisinfinity.com.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vents, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Multiple brands and models, including the Volvo EX90, Infiniti QX80, which have earned a top spot in the 2026 IIHS Top Safety Picks. Any brand you're really kind of looking for, new, and of course, Willis pre-owned, you can find at Willis Automotive. Start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. Don't forget, you can call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on our social media channels.
Donnie Rickles asked if I'm wearing a Notre Dame shirt. No, just blue and gold.
No, you're wearing an Under Armour shirt is what you're wearing.
Yeah, it doesn't really have. In fact, it's the same shirt that if you look at our thing, this deal there. See, it's that shirt.
Yeah,
it's that shirt right there. That's it. That's all it is. Not Notre Dame.
And right here on that picture, it looks blue. That looks black and gold to me. I would have said that's an Iowa shirt. It's a good looking shirt. Yeah. You make it look good. Are you hitting the links today? Are you going to go golfing?
No. I've got conferences today. I've got some houses to look at. Got a closing that I've got I got a nightmare thing.
You should write a book. You could write a book.
Sometimes it'd be fun.
I want to get to the Iowa State thing that's happening today, but why we've talked about money today. We've talked a lot about money today. A shitload of money. Have you heard this Luther Davis story?
I don't know who Luther Davis is.
So Luther Davis is a former Alabama football player. Luther Davis was part of Nick Saban's first recruiting class at Alabama. Won a national title with Alabama in 2009. He started like a sports marketing firm. He is getting ready, Ross, to plead guilty to $20 million in fraud. Now, you may be asking, how did he defraud people out of $20 million? He would go to banks and apply for loans and impersonate NFL players. Probably the most famous would be Michael Penix Jr. And they would get pictures. They would get all this information they needed, and because the closings were virtual, He dressed up as Michael Penix Jr.
Shut up. Are you serious?
I'm not joking. And the other people that they would do the same thing. They would dress up and make themselves look like the people they were defrauding. So they got all their information, basically saying, hey, and they got $20 million in loans, and nobody batted an eye. This is why $20 million.
I'm reading it. I just pulled up I just Googled the guy and hit a thing. 13 different fraudulent loans. He had, and like you said, he had another guy that helped him out named CJ Evans. $19,845,000 is what these guys got out of this.
And Ryan asked, with a do-rag? Yes, he put a do-rag on for the interview.
You got to be kidding me.
No. Just when you think you've seen it all, when you've heard it all, something like this happens, and you're like, how does this slip through the cracks? How does a banker sit on the other end of a virtual closing and go, boy, this seems all normal?
Dude, this is wild. This is wild. Travis, have you gotten to the part in the article? Do you know what is the penalty that they're serving?
Well, I don't know how much jail because he's got to go to court yet. I mean, this all kind of broke late, and I think they did it like late March, middle of March is when it kind of came to light, and it's not like he's even going to fight this. Luther Davis is going to plead guilty. He's going to avoid the court because you're busted. When you're busted, you're busted. But I don't know how much jail time and restitution they have to do.
Davis wore a do-rag and provided a fake Florida driver's license. Man, and you know what's sad about this? These banks were excited.
We're working with Michael Penix Jr. He's going to be...
Guys, we got an NFL dude. We're going to loan money to an NFL dude. That line, you can't con a good man. And I never understood that for a long time. I was like, I don't get what that means. Good people get conned all the time. In fact, it's the good people that get conned. Well, too good to be true? Too easy? Didn't verify, got excited, saw the do-rag and went, here's the money, baby. That's Michael Penix Jr.
What's crazy is a do-rag and a fake Florida driver's license. If you're taking out a multi-million-dollar loan, aren't you saying, hey, Michael, I appreciate it. You're playing for the Atlanta Falcons, and I know I can look up your salary online, but I need some proof that you've got that you're going to be able to pay this back? Hell, when I go, ask Gary Presnall, when you close on a loan, you got to have so much to get said loan, and you've got to prove you have that.
Yeah. Travis, we have a thing that's happening right now in Iowa called title theft, where people are making phone calls to a realtor like me, and they say, "Hey, my name is Bill Jones, and I own a home at 123 Sesame Street. I want to sell that house. Can you help me out with it?" And you look it up, and sure enough, you put it on the assessor's website, 123 Sesame Street. Oh, yeah, Bill Jones. I see that you and your wife, Carol, own the house. Yeah. Well, Carol passed away, and I need to sell the place. But here's the deal. I've already moved to Singapore. I'm retired. And so I can't ever meet you. I need to do all of this virtually. This is happening in Iowa right now. We as realtors have been given heads ups on this. Say, hey, beware. This scam has moved its way into Iowa, and people are and some realtors fall for it. Whatever you want to say. I mean, I'm not. But man, I got a listing. I got a client. yes, this thing's going to go. You put the house up on the market. You put all it's fraudulent. Now, luckily, we have abstracting, and there's a lot of stuff. I mean, Gary could come on and talk to us about what some of that stuff looks like and how that happens. But that's happening. And
I got it's funny you say this because I got a random text. I pulled in my drive last at 5 o'clock, a little bit after 5, and I get a text from a weird area code. Hey, is this Travis? And I'm like, well, it is. I don't answer it. I'm like, well, you need to tell me who you are before I answer this text. So I just blocked, because you can get numbers and you get names.
Dude, I got a text yesterday that said, "Can you come earlier tomorrow?" From a random number. Can you come earlier tomorrow? So luckily, I have this app through my associations and my different unions that I'm a part of. I have this app that allows me to punch a phone number into the app, and it tells me everything about that phone number. Who it's registered to, who it's always been registered to. If that phone number has belonged to 9 different people, I see 9 different names, and on each name, I can see their criminal records. So I can see if they've had OWIs or if they've been accused of having violent crimes against them. It's a very cool app, and especially in the light of like the Ashley Oakland thing that we're talking about, and in these situations. So if I get a phone call from a random number that says, "Hey, I'd really like to write an offer on your home," or "I would really like to have you come meet me at a house. Can you come meet me at an abandoned home in North, Adel?" Oh, let me see who this is. Chick, chick, chick. Nah, I'm good on that. And that number I got yesterday that said, "Can you come earlier tomorrow?" Again, I've got Audrey's conferences today. I've got a couple meetings, and sometimes I forget about stuff. So I'm like, shit, where am I supposed to be tomorrow? It's a scam.
So yeah, Luther Davis. If you want to know more, just Google the story. It's
fantastic.
It's a fascinating
Travis,
story.
I'm really interested to know what the punishment is. I'm being dead serious here, dude. I hate to even say what's going through my head, but I'm going to say it. This might have been worth it. This might have been these dudes got cash. $19 million, dude. And they've been doing this since when? The first one was
like 2 years ago, or was it a year ago? That fast. Okay, you look like Michael Penix. Now, who else can we look like? Ross, I have a feeling.
I did look, and Coach Hurston's right. He says, "Well, with all due respect, don't you actually have to go look at a place before you list it? And wouldn't you be a little suspicious?" Amen, Coach. Amen. In fact, I've had a similar situation like this. I had a guy reach out to me one time. I've got the listing right now, and the guy was like, "Hey, I want to sell my house. Here's the situation. Here's the address. Here's how you get in." Oh man, how do I know this guy's legit? Well, I used my app. I found out it was a mutual acquaintance that had referenced him. So I called that guy. This is all legit. Did all my researching. But yeah, Coach is absolutely right. Does that mean every real estate agent goes through the house before they've listed it? No. Especially the name on the sign. That person that there's a couple agents in town whose names are on signs, but they've got a team of agents that work under them. And so the client never meets the person whose name is on the sign. It's wild. I'm really curious what their punishment is.
Well, Johnny says the country needs to have harsher punishments for crimes committed. I don't disagree with you, but what is Luther Davis doing here? He's not going through a trial process. He is pleading guilty right away, which usually means, hey, I'll do this if we can cut a deal, and instead of 10 years of prison or whatever, you're going to get 3 years of prison, probation time, and you're going to go to a white-collar prison. Usually when you're pleading guilty right away, There's a plea deal that's been established.
This is funny, too. The article that I pulled up, former Alabama player allegedly impersonated NFL's Penix, Njoku, and McKinney in $20 million loan scam. And then it says, Luther Davis, a national champion with the Crimson Tide, is said to have worn wigs and makeup to secure fraudulent loans. And then the picture that they use in the article is of Michael Penix Jr. Here's the dude. So if you'd like to run this scam, here's what you need to look like.
Because right now people are going, you can get away with this? Well, I'm going to try this.
That's the first thought I had.
And usually it probably, and here's probably how it started. Hey, I got this idea. Let's only do it once. If we get it, but then then you're like, that was easy. Let's do that again. Once you start getting greedy is when you get caught. I don't want to lose this story because coming up at 10 o'clock this morning in Ames, Iowa State has scheduled a major announcement regarding the wrestling program. And Ross, there's been, you brought it up earlier this week when you were talking about Kevin Dresser, and a lot of people thought Brett Metcalf was the new head coach because there's something out there. And I go, well, back up. That hasn't officially been put out there yet. And Dresser sends out a tweet, says, I ain't going anywhere. I'm signed through 2029. But now we have this major announcement regarding Iowa State's wrestling program. I think you could have a couple different things happen here today. Okay. I'm just speculating. Don't know anything.
Yeah, right. Neither one of us know anything.
But let's let the dominoes fall where they may, right? And you and I have talked off of the air about this. But they cut gymnastics, a month and a half, 2 months ago?
Yep.
They got to they're going to replace the sport. Do you think Iowa State announces a women's wrestling team today?
I think that's that seems like the writing on the wall because they have to replace it with a women's sport because of Title IX. They've got to offer those same opportunities. And it would seem to me like if you're just kind of reading the tea leaves, and we don't know anything. Could it be that they're announcing that Kevin Dresser's retiring and that,
or could it be that Kevin Dresser is taking an overall?
That's my gut says that with the thing of, hey, we're excited to announce Brett Metcalf's promotion. And then Kevin Dresser coming right back and going, hey, wink, wink, I ain't going nowhere. Women's program has been eliminated. A women's program is going to have to be added. Listen, people can try to sell me on the flag football thing. Women's wrestling seems to me to be the ball is at the rim. Jamie Pollard's about to dunk it. It seems like the easiest thing is that what they're going to announce is that Kevin Dresser is some sort of like, I don't know. I'm not saying he's the head women's coach. I don't know. Maybe he's like a general manager for both of the wrestling programs or something like that. It could be a lot of things. They are having an announcement at 10 o'clock regarding the wrestling program, and I don't think that you would do this
without making those moves.
They didn't have a press conference to announce that Matt Campbell was leaving. They didn't have a press conference to announce that Jimmy Rogers was coming to be the head coach. They just made those announcements. They did that. Those things just got out there. So when you set something up like this and you've said, all right, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, everybody get ready tomorrow morning. That's, I think, when you have to go, oh, this is probably good news. They aren't going to come out and drop some bomb. So I'm betting that's, I hadn't thought about this. Metcalf, the women's coach. That could be. Again,
maybe.
Who knows? And we'll find out at 10 o'clock. But my gut says that this is what we're going to be. We're going to be discussing is that it's a women's program starting at Iowa State. And by the way, I would also say this. I'm not trying to poo-poo it, but it's not that big of an announcement. I mean,
well, if Dresser does step down to lead it, I mean, he's done a really good job at Iowa State.
Very much. I don't mean that. Yeah.
What would be bigger news? The announcement of a women's program or Metcalf taking over?
B.
I'm with you on that.
B. How much do we talk about Iowa women's wrestling? Never. How much did we talk about Iowa State women's gymnastics?
Never. I am with you.
It's cool. I like it. It's another opportunity. I think wrestling in Iowa makes sense. I love it. I love wrestling. Women's wrestling is fun, dude. I go to Grandview and I call those meets over there. So women's wrestling is not folk style; it's freestyle. Okay, so it doesn't quite look like the men's wrestling. There's not as much ground control. There's not as much. You don't have riding time or anything like that. Freestyle is a lot more fast paced. I think it's really fun to watch.
And I am with you when you said the flag football thing. I think flag football has to make sense with the synergy of your state. Wrestling for women in Iowa makes sense. When Nebraska added flag football, that made sense because it's a football school, and it's like, okay, there's a synergy that kind of plays off one another, and they want to jump on with the NFL thing. It'd be interesting after the Olympics to see if flag football really takes off. I watched something on CBS Sports the other day of flag football, and I'm like, I don't want to watch flag football. I'll never want to watch flag football on television. It doesn't interest me that much. So, yeah, that announcement coming up at 10 o'clock today. A number of things that can happen, but if we're betting men, we're going to say a women's program, and maybe Kevin Dresser becomes like the associate athletic director in charge of wrestling.
That's right, like general manager of the wrestling program, something like that. Yeah. How about Trav? I could reach out to Tony Hager from IA Wrestle, and maybe he'd come on with us tomorrow. Whatever the announcement is, getting somebody that's got a little bit more expertise and perspective on it's probably not a bad idea. We could have Tony on to kind of recap whatever that announcement is.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that. Another thing, I know she doesn't play for Iowa anymore, but we did talk about Allie Deal when she went into the transfer portal yesterday. The former 5-star recruit who, started 3 games for the Iowa women's program, announced she's going to go to Wisconsin, Ross, that's an interesting move, considering that Wisconsin has not had a winning record in women's basketball since 2011. Do you take that thinking, well, I can go be the savior, I can turn this thing around, or are they just offering the most money? I mean,
that's a good question and a fair question. Is Wisconsin finally investing in it? And they've, like Nebraska is going to do flag football for women because, like you said, they're a football school. Does Wisconsin? And I'm not trying to be a smartass here. Does Wisconsin look at themselves as a basketball school? And they're going to go, okay, but in order to be a basketball school, we got to be good at both. So let's go get Addie Deal and let's see if we can buck this trend of not winning for a long. I don't know. Is she going there because she wants to help be something that turns around the program, or they were the one with the biggest dollar amount attached to their offer?
Or do you dislike Madison that much?
Madison's a cool town.
I do. I know. It's a good party town. It's good party town. Audie Crook still hasn't made up her mind. It'd be interesting to see how that transpires. That will be news when Audie announces where signs have pointed towards Notre Dame.
What'd you say? She liked him on Instagram or followed him on Instagram or something?
Notre Dame's still one of those. It's a pretentious school. I mean, it's hard to get into Notre Dame. I think they accept like 6% of the people that get in, and they're not. And I don't know if Audie's graduated yet from Iowa State, because sometimes you can expedite that. But Notre Dame's not one to say, hey, yeah, you can transfer in for your senior year. If you're a grad transfer, that's one thing. But, hey, come in and I wonder if Notre Dame's getting any pushback on that from, like, the administration saying, I'm being dead serious. I know you think I'm crazy.
I do think you're crazy to think that the administration cares at all about what these kids' religious affiliations actually are.
No, it's academics.
Oh, yeah, okay. But
it's not religious. It is academics, meaning, hey.
I thought you meant if she was.
No. It has nothing to do with religion. It has all to do with academics. Like, hey, we usually don't let people transfer in their senior year to finish at Notre Dame. They still hold that a little bit. I'm just throwing that out there. So that we're still waiting on Audie's decision. 515-517-2303. Don't forget and don't delay. Tomorrow is the weekly woohoo from the Iowa Lottery. What makes you go woohoo? Go online right now to therushladio.com, click the promo tab, and just enter your weekly woohoo. If you don't want to wait till tomorrow, you can get it done. You can win a $90 prize pack. So, and this week's prize pack includes Diamond Dollars, Lucky Clover crossword, and free play coupons on the new national draw game, Millionaire for Life. Both the scratch tickets are part of the same awesome new second chance promotions, but you got to be a VIP Club member to get signed up. You can do that at iowalottery.com/VIP. Speaking of VIP, Brian Duax going to be joining us next as we get the Rush Radio special of the weekend and take you into the secret vault. It is the Rush Radio, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you my dream job is no job, you know. Front row tickets to every show, you know. Hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie, you know.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles, you know. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you could change your life for life. Play today.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Mini Des Moines, and we have some exciting new offers going on this month. Right now, you can purchase an all-new 2026 Mini Countryman with up to $2,000 on that purchase and 0.9% at 48 months, or lease it as low as $369 a month with $4,200 down and leverage up to $2,500 towards it. For more information on these exciting offers and others on some of our other models in the lineup, visit your favorite Mini motoring advisor in our showroom or online at miniofdesmoines.com.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner at Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Hey guys, it's Zach here at Willis Infinity Service. Do you have a pollen allergy? Well, so does your car. Replace those clogged engine and cabin air filters with fresh new filters. During the month of April, you can get 20% off your new air filters and wiper blades during our Fresh Spring Special. Schedule today at willisinfinity.com.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
If you're done growing your family, a vasectomy might be the right next step. At Urology Center of Iowa, they offer a no-scalpel procedure designed to be simple, safe, and convenient. It's performed in Des Moines by specialists who focus on men's health every single day. Take control of your future with confidence. Visit iowauro.com. Quick schedule an appointment at Urology Center of Iowa. We see you. Looking out for fake Bob Vanderplatz, Ross, as I drink my Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company Body Armor Light.
I didn't read today's. Okay. When your wife leaves you for a career con artist who could sell you your own former house and make you thank him for it. It's always topical. I feel like he's got like a Mad Libs thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's just plugging in the stuff. I don't know how he does it. It's super creative. Glad you're along with us here.
You know who else is super creative? And I think look where he's at. He's in the secret room. Look at those bottles behind him. Brian Duax from Central City Liquors.
Here's the deal. I remember, Brian, being in the vault with you one time, and you had some really rare things that you were kind of holding on to? Like one of the can I mention any of them, or should I just keep my mouth shut?
Go ahead.
Okay, you had one that was like
see them up there.
What was you had like a Game of Thrones? I've never seen, but I remember you had one that was like really rare. Look at this guy.
So all of the Game of Thrones ones are in the back. So if anybody's a Game of Thrones fan and a Scotch fan, I have the entire collection of the Game of Thrones bottles. It's basically all Diageo scotches, all different distilleries, one for each house of the Game of Thrones.
So how many is that?
I think it's 10.
So if somebody came in and said, I want to buy the entire collection from you right now, and I guarantee there are collectors out there that have it. What are all 10 bottles worth?
I would say probably $1,000, maybe a little bit more.
For all 10 or $1,000 a piece?
Nope. All 10.
That's not bad.
No.
Well, I just
we don't gouge people. I mean,
there you go. That's the difference.
If and when I'm allowed to sell online and sell it to some schmuck in New York who has more money than he knows what to do with, all right, it might be $10,000.
Now,
but if it's somebody in Iowa that comes to my store and supports Central City, I'm not going to gouge you.
Because Brian, I just Googled it. I just did Game of Thrones Scotch set, Travis, and guess how much it goes for on like eBay? And you can't really sell it on eBay, but like you can sell it through other liquor things.
Well, I'm going to say $8,000.
You're pretty close, man. The one of the cheapest I see is $5,000.
Yeah.
So he absolutely could do that. That Brian, that's very cool. Okay, so what's the latest addition to the vault?
Well, I mean, if you see behind me, this is a little bit of the Todd Father's vault. Did you guys get my email this morning?
What was the email this morning? I'm so sorry. No, I did not.
It's a video that I'd love for you guys to put out so we can plug the other portion of my business as well.
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
I didn't either.
I'm going to send it to you via text right now.
I'm gonna do.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Well, you want me to send it to you or not?
Yeah.
Well, do it. Go ahead.
I want you to get it on air. It'll take 2 seconds, but we can still talk while I'm doing it. You just won't see my beautiful face.
Okay, getting it on air is going to be a little tougher because it's through the phone.
Do you want it email?
Yeah, I want it email because I can get it on faster that way.
All right, here it comes.
All right. This is live radio, folks. This is what happens.
This is how technology and me work, gentlemen.
By the way, did you see? By the way, did you see I had the blade and bow in the office yesterday? I put that on the social medias. Yeah,
I did.
I was walking through the office and there was a bottle of blade and bow. I go, hey, look at that! It was on our top shelf.
It's sent to you. So what the video is, and I'll preface it for everybody. We have 2 portions of Central City. We have the retail that I'm in right now. I'm in my office. And then we have the wholesale store where we take care of 500 to 600 bars weekly, daily, depends, monthly, depends how often they call. Okay, so because I have 2 different licenses, I get 2 chances at the highly allocated stuff. Well, the video that Travis is going to upload, it's 11 seconds long. It's approximately $44,000 worth of highly allocated stuff. That next Wednesday, if you're a Central City Liquor wholesale customer, I'm going to sell it all. So only the Central City bars, Bruno's Joints, Hotel Fort Des Moines, there's a bunch of them. They're going to have the opportunity to come purchase all this stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Next Wednesday at noon, I'm going to sell every bottle that you see in that video. And there are some that are $5,000 and they're going to be on bars' shelves come next Thursday for public consumption. But unfortunately, because that license I cannot sell to general public, it only goes to bars. So it's a cool event that I do with only Central City customers. So if you're not a Central City customer, you have no chance, 0 at all, to get anything that you see in this video.
So, it goes by pretty quick. What give people an idea of what's in here? I see some Maker's Mark in there. People go, that's just a Maker's Mark. I don't want a Maker's Mark. But what's in there? That's
there's Booker's, there's E.H. Taylor, there's 6 different bottles of E.H. Taylor. There's Eagle Rare. There's Elmer T. Lee. There's some scotches that are 30 years old. There's some cognacs that are super rare and super expensive. I mean, it's a range of all sorts of things.
I think I see some Elijah Craig there.
Yep. There's some Elijah Craig.
Yeah,
18.
there's the E.H. Taylor up top.
Yep. I mean, it's a smorgasbord of a lot of things.
Smorgasbord. I like
That
it.
next Wednesday, I'm gonna flood the Central City bar customers with that they're gonna have. So again, if you're not a Central City customer, last week I had a not Central City customer come in and ask me to take him to the vault, and I laughed at him, and he got a little bit offended, and I go, "Why would I let you in there? You're not my customer. You don't support me. You don't even get a sniff the back room."
Was he a Rush listener though?
I don't know. We'll find out. He'll probably call me and
Travis, that doesn't.
No. Hear me out, Ross. We've been. You get offended by that, but I
don't get offended. I think it's funny.
No, why do you think it's funny? Because let me tell you, we were talking about the vault last week.
Yeah,
and he may become a customer because he heard about it and he didn't know the secrecy of the vault.
Yeah. That's why. I don't laugh because I'm offended. You take things so personal, dude.
Well, I mean, you're like, why would you ask such a question? And I'm like, well, I actually think it's a good thing that he came in because we were talking about the vault and he heard it on the show. And your response was right, saying, hey, you're not a customer yet, but once you become a customer, it's open.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's my hope is any Rush listeners, if you next Thursday don't see some super special stuff on the back bar at your local establishment, you should maybe ask them, why aren't you dealing with Brian? Why are you dealing with the massive conglomerate that is Hy-Vee? Nobody wants to deal with them. Let's be honest.
Oh, man.
Do you have somebody asked if you have Pappy Van Winkle in the vault?
At my home and at my super, super secret vault. Yes, I do.
I do see a bottle of Blanton's directly above your head right there on that second shelf.
So that's
available.
This is just a little bit of the retail vault. And I just, Todd has 4 different hiding spots for the vault. So whoever wins this week, you'll have to get with Todd, and Todd can take you to any and all of these secret hiding spots for the vault. But you got to get with Todd. So I'm going to tell whoever wins, you need to come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday and get with Todd. And you should probably call him first because he's off Thursdays and Sundays. So you can't come get it today if you win because he won't be here. I would say call in advance to make sure the Todd father is here because we're doing home deliveries. We're doing all sorts of other things. And sometimes he pops out to go do a delivery, and I don't want you to miss him.
But if you come with ID, because we just learned that people like to defraud people by dressing up as other people. So come with maybe 2 forms of identification because, Luther Davis just took $20 million from somebody, from banks. You're not going to be able, you don't get to walk in and say, yeah, that's me who won.
I'm Dan Douglas.
Yeah. Two forms of ID, blood tests, all social security number, all those things. We need it all.
We need your 23andMe results, please.
I want to ask some clarifying questions about the retail side of it. Okay, so let's say Bruno comes and he buys one of those rare bottles of Blanton's or whatever, one of those bottles of Maker's Mark. How would one of our listeners know where to go and how to get that specific bourbon or scotch or whiskey?
Meaning from the wholesale side or from the retail side?
So so Bruno gets a bottle to Lucky Horse or to the library. Is there going to be a way for listeners to be able to go in and say, hey, I understand that you guys got this special bottle of Maker's Mark that isn't like other bottles. How can I get a taste of that?
I'm not going to put the bars on spot like that because there will be guys who will chase them. But I'm here to tell you that all that stuff will be out to the public consumption next week.
So if they purchase it through your wholesaler, it has to go out for public consumption. Like Bruno, and I know Bruno does, but Bruno couldn't buy that from your wholesaling and then pull it into his private vault.
What Bruno does with it after the High Life or library pays for it is none of my business.
Okay.
I don't.
I didn't know if there were rules. I didn't know if there were rules and regulations on that.
And COVID kind of killed some of those rules. It used to be if I sold it to a bar could not sell a full bottle. When COVID happened, the legislation changed a little bit. So if this bar, somebody approaches this bar and goes, "Hey, I want that bottle so bad, I'll give you $500. I'll give you $1,000." The bar has every right now to sell a full bottle to a consumer.
Interesting. I like that. I don't have a problem with it.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I could see him being on a menu, Trav. Like, I could see walking in and when you're slided your menu across, or like Bruno's got the Octo box at library.
Yep.
Maybe on the bottom of the thing, it's like, by the way, you can purchase a bottle of Blanton's for X number of dollars. And it's just, okay. All right. Very cool.
I like that.
I mean, again, I've invited, I'll name drop some, like Simon's, The Range, Hotel Fort Des Moines, Prime and Providence, Ruth Chris, Oak Park, all of Bruno's joints, Irina's, Stuffed Olive, Tonic. There's a few that they'll all be at my deal next Wednesday at noon to sell all of this stuff. And I hope I sell all $44,000 of it. Why not? I mean, otherwise it's just collecting dust. Let's get it out for consumer to try, to have.
Most of those that you mentioned are locally owned, locally operated. Yeah. You did say Ruth's Chris, which is a franchise.
Yep.
Are there any restrictions or anything like that on,
It's just who I invite. So if you are a bar that is my customer that I know enjoys bourbon and is going to do it the right thing, Bubba and the orchestrated establishments, Centro, they'll be there. I don't want to sell it to somebody who's going to gouge the hell out of anybody either. All of us that will be at this thing next Wednesday, we want it in people's mouths. We don't want it sitting on a shelf or hitting the black market. We want people to drink it. That's what bourbon and whiskey is made to do, not to collect dust and be a trophy. Drink it.
Love it.
All right, let's do the drawing. Last week we started with the special. Let's find out who gets to go into the vault this week.
Oh, here we go.
We got about 30 this week. So
nice.
Better
we
this
doubled.
Week than last week.
We doubled. Did you sell a lot of the bourbon last week that we had?
Yes. The first winner would be Deb Martin.
Deb Martin, congratulations!
I love that a female
Deb.
wins. Deb,
That's great.
If you're married, don't let your husband have any of it. Just keep it all to yourself.
Well, and the specials this week. We're trying to appeal to more of the masses instead of just going bourbon. So we're changing it up a little bit. So
okay.
And the second winner would be Mark Duffy.
Mark Duffy, Deb Martin, and Mark Duffy. Bring ID.
Yep, are the two winners. I will have these two receipts sitting up there for the Todd father, and he'll be, again, he won't be in today, so don't show up today, but tomorrow, Saturday, Monday through Wednesday next week.
Because you collected their information, they gave you. Will you email them to let them know they won?
I will. I'll either email them or call them or text them as soon as we hang up.
That's awesome. Deb Martin and Mark Duffy, you get to go to where Brian's sitting right now and collect and buy some pretty rare stuff.
And it doesn't have to be where I'm sitting right now.
See, this is interesting to me.
Got stabbed all over.
I didn't know that, Travis. I thought I knew some of the secrets of Central City. It turns out I know 1% of the secrets of Central City Liquors. I love it.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the weekly Rush Radio special, which is only good Thursday through Sunday, and only to get the special, you got to walk in and say, "Hey, I want the Rush Radio special." Because if you don't mention it, you're going to pay what the price says on the shelf. So, what is this week's Rush Radio special?
We're changing it up even a little bit more. Again, I want to appeal to the masses. Okay, so this week's special, I'm going to tell all your Rush Radio listeners the prices that we're running them now, and that's the price to the general public. But Rush Radio listeners, if you come in and mention the Rush, you get a $5 off coupon, no matter what you buy. Now,
I like that. Okay, I see what you're saying there.
Exceptions to the rule, because it's not legal. You can't include lottery, and you can't include cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
So if you come in and you want to buy 1 pack of cigarettes and say you're with the Rush Radio, I can't give you the $5 discount because that's not legal. Same with lottery. If you want to come in and buy a $5 lottery ticket, I can't give you a $5 lottery ticket. But if you come in and you buy pop or beer or White Claws or CBD drinks or whatever, I can give you a $5 coupon there.
That's great. Okay.
So that's something
that-
for
talk about
everyone.
it. Yeah.
Something
Yes.
for everyone. And we're expanding. Let's be honest. Not Central City's expanding, but I've talked to many brokers, many vendors about what I'm doing on Wednesday or Thursdays, excuse me. And I've got people who are interested and want to help out. And gifts for next week, the drawing for next week will be some weird, cool things that I can't really say yet, but it's not a bottle. It's not an opportunity to come to the vault. It's something different and something unique.
Nice.
So-
Now you've teased us.
Cliffhanger.
Deep
Yep,
tease.
I'm a teaser.
See, when I'm at Central City Liquors, like most places, my eyes wander.
Yeah.
My eyes are always wandering. And Travis, I got to tell you, there's some neat stuff around Central City Liquors.
Well, and here's why we're changing it up a little bit. I believe in terms of CBD drinks, which are the next generation's booze in a lot of ways, we are the cheapest in town, and it's not even close. But I don't think enough people know that we sell a bunch of this stuff. So
Ray,
one of
are
our
you listening?
specials- One of our this is Ray right off the get-go. One of our specials that we're going to run this week is the variety pack from Climbing Kites. Great customer of ours. I do Big Grove's business. I do Either Or's business. I do Lua's business, who are involved in this. The 6-pack of Climbing Kites is $22.99. So if you come in and buy a 6-pack and you say you're on the Rush Radio, that's $17.99. That's blowing.
Oh no, we lost him. We lost him. I'm amazed that we had as good of a cell connection we did from there.
The DEA just cut him off. The DEA just cut him off.
Enough of the THC drinks. Those 4 milligrams are really going to get somebody.
He came back in.
There you are, buddy. There you are. Yeah, we lost you for
Sorry.
just a second there. That's all right.
Yep. So Climbing Kites, 6-packs, $22.99.
Okay.
If you don't want the variety pack, the 4-packs are rock bottom not below cost, but rock bottom price as well. So if you just want one of these flavors, they're the best price in town. It's not even close. Okay. Second deal.
It's 2 deals. Man, you're just coming at it. It's 3 deals. 3 deals.
And really, you can call it 4. But the next ones are similar. So you've got High Noon, Mr. Dave Portnoy, 4-packs. If you just want a certain variety or a certain flavor,
Wait,
$8.99
I'm confused.
a 4-pack.
What's the Portnoy connection to High Noon? I'm confused.
He owns it.
He owns.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he owns it. Yeah.
$8.99 for the 4-packs.
$8.99 for the 4-pack.
Damn.
That's cheap, by the way.
$21.99 for the variety pack 12-pack.
$29.99, you said?
21. Come on, 29.
How many for the 12? Wow, that's cheap.
12-pack variety. And again, if you come in and say you're a Rush Radio listener, you're saving $5 off the top. So
So,
yeah, I mean,
so
these
you
are-
can buy, you get the $8.99. Say, I want my $5 coupon, and you're going to get it for
$3.99.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Now
That's a good enough deal to tell your friends about. Like that's
I'm
the one you can
hoping-
say.
Yeah, I'm hoping that people come in and they don't just buy a 4-pack, and then I lose some serious money. I hope that they come in and they are maybe a first-time shopper at Central City. Once I get people in the store, typically they never go anywhere else. I just got to get them here because they think it's the hood, they think it's whatever.
That is more than a generous deal. When we started, I'm like, oh, it'd be a nice. Like last week was a really good deal on that bourbon. This is taking it to an extreme.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're still not done. We're still not done. I got one more. I don't know if your Rush Radio listeners know yet, But my personal favorite beer is now in Iowa.
Yingling. Yes, it
Yingling.
is.
It's now in Iowa. So we are rocking this 12-pack can is $13.99. Yeah.
12
your
packs
eyes
for
just got really big,
$13.
Travis. Your eyes just got really big, Travis.
For a 12-pack of Yingling plus the $5 coupon, absolutely. Folks, we're telling you right now, you won't find any deals like this. This has exceeded our expectations.
Yeah. And I hope it continues to grow. This is only 2 people that I've talked to that were like, oh, yeah, let's get in. Okay.
That's awesome.
So, unfortunately, the Todd father is going to have to make some tough decisions because I've told them all, go through the proper channel, talk to the Todd father, see what he wants to run next week. If your deal isn't good enough, sorry, you're out. There's going to be somebody else.
It's now like organized crime. Well, what deal are you going to give me?
What are we doing? Let's make it hot. Let's get people in the door. Let's get that cowbell ringing. Let's make my father happy. And let's put some money in the register. Let's go.
Damn.
See, now you just piqued some other interest in me, but it's a total rabbit hole. That's working for Dad. I did that for a while, and it didn't work out well. Last night, I tried to go help him with his motorcycle for a little while, and it was just... I walked outside with his buddy. I said, I quit working for him 4 times, right?
Why do you think my brother doesn't work at Central City? I mean, there's beauty to it, and there is trials to it. There's no question. So, he's 80 years old, so he's very stuck in his ways. I'm trying to make this place a little bit more technology driven, and he hates every second of the technology. Every single second he hates, but he's also seeing that it's getting people in the door. You got to adapt with the times or you're dead. And that's what he's struggling to realize a little bit, and that's what I'm trying to do. But it's a slow move when you're dealing with an 80-year-old who has opinions.
Brian, could you do me a favor? Because my handwriting's horrible. Can you just email me all those specials so I can get it out on social media later today? And
100%.
And real quick, Deb is asking a very important question. Does she need cash to buy from the vault?
No.
Okay.
No. With our new system, again, going technology-driven, cash will save you a little bit of money.
Nice. Nice.
Because now if you use a card, if it's not a debit card, my cash register is going to charge you an extra 3% to off-change the interchange fees and the credit card fees. So you don't have to have cash, but cash is always king. Let's be honest.
Cash is king, folks. Cash is king.
And you actually scan barcodes and stuff like that. You guys aren't...
When I started here, it was literally, we had to put a price tag on every single bottle.
Yeah.
So we'd get a liquor order in, and we'd be sitting there with our price gun just cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And then you'd come up to the register, and we'd have to type in $9.99 liquor plus a nickel for a bottle deposit. That was how we used to do it. Now it's all scanning, and we're getting closer to being an online portal where you can go online and order yourself. And if you really want it delivered, we'll deliver it to you too.
Oh
But
my
it's gonna
gosh.
Des Moines area, you'll be able to get it any day you want. Outskirts, suburbs, we go to on specific days with our delivery drivers at the wholesale building. Can we add some stops to them that are home deliveries? Absolutely, we can.
Wow. Good stuff.
Brian, I love it.
I'll
This
meet
is
you in
awesome.
Council Bluffs.
I was actually there. I was going to call you last week, Travis. I was in Council Bluffs. I was only there for 12 hours, and I was with the soccer team, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Would you play Lewis Central?
We played Lewis Central and beat the brakes off of them, and then Scott Catholic.
Did you play at Scott Catholic?
No, because our school district won't allow me to cross the river. So even though Scott Catholic is 12 miles away from Lewis Central, we played Scott at Lewis Central.
Okay.
A friend of ours, John Olson, when we were on last week, he wrote to me and he's like, man, I used to play soccer against Brian. He was amazing. They always kicked our ass.
Well, I had my time, and now it's my kids' time. They're thriving. They're both doing really, really well.
Good.
So
Good.
And actually, I mentioned to the GM of the Des Moines Menace, Kyle, that he should listen to this morning, that possibly when the Menace get closer to the season, that maybe he jumps on with me on the 7:30 hour and we promote the Menace a little bit, because I've been helping the Menace out with some of their advertising stuff, and obviously both my kids will play for them this summer. There's going to be some new cool things happening with the Des Moines Menace here real shortly.
I know a good place for them to advertise.
I saw Tyler mention earlier that they have friendlies coming up here, right? They've got games starting pretty soon.
Do you want me to be honest? I don't know. I know my kids said
Tyler knows.
Ty said they start practice May 3rd.
Okay.
So he should be home by then from Western Illinois. And Tate obviously won't be able to join the Menace to play yet until high school's over. So Tate will join them in June when high school's over.
Wow.
By the way, Ray says, I'll be there for some climbing kites.
I had no doubts. I had Ray in my head when I said, Todd, we're doing some CBD drinks. Let's go.
And just so you know, Dad, your kid's first game is 5:15. That's what Tyler.
Go. May 15th. Good.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate that. Brian,
God.
Thank you so much, dude. This is awesome. Congratulations to our winners, Deb and who is the gentleman?
Mark Duffy.
Mark
Duffy.
Yeah, Mark, congratulations. And Deb, enjoy.
And I'll email you right when we're done, and then I'll text both of them when we're done so they know to come see the Todd Father. Again, Todd Father doesn't work Thursdays and Sundays. I recommend calling before you come so you know the Todd Father is here. I just don't want you to miss him and get angry that he wasn't here. So he's here every morning except Thursday and Sunday. So call him, schedule a time to get with the Todd Father. He'll give you a tour of the secret stashes, and you'll end up with a really good bottle of something.
That's
you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and what
you will be blindfolded for a short period of time.
We're gonna spin you around. Walk 3 paces 2 paces to the right, 3 paces forward.
Follow my voice.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Good. And don't forget, just go in whenever you make a purchase. Tell them you listen to The Rush. You'll get registered for those drawings that we're going to do each and every week. We doubled last week, so let's double it again next week and get in there and have some fun. And don't forget, a $5 coupon on anything you purchase this week.
That's a great.
And you got to mention it.
Except for cigarettes and lotto tickets.
Yep. Yes. Can't use the coupon on cigarettes and lotto. Can't on anything else.
This is like the disclaimer at a commercial, an insurance commercial. Side effects include anal leakage and erectile dysfunction. This is deal. No lottery tickets or cigarettes.
Yeah.
Does that include Zyn too? And Velo, you can't do that too.
Correct. Any tobacco product.
Okay, that's not tobacco.
I knew he was. Golly, I knew it was coming. It was like the Kembe Mutombo swat. That's not tobacco.
All right, Brian. We'll see you next week, buddy.
All right, gentlemen.
Thanks so much, Brian. See you, bud.
Wow. Good stuff.
Dude.
Very, very good stuff.
Yingling for 12 packs for that.
Yeah. Great deal.
And they got the best prices on propane. And I mean, dude, love that place.
You will not find a better deal than that. No way. No way. All right, everybody. Have a great Thursday. That was a good way to wrap up the show. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget the Iowa Lottery Weekly Woohoo, your chance for a $90 prize pack from the Iowa Lottery. Have a great Thursday. Bye-bye.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City. We can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City. All this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Spring is here and our inventory is blooming at Willis Chevrolet of Granger. With over 90 vehicles in stock, there's never been a better time to find your perfect Chevy. Right now you can get supplier pricing on new Silverados, conquer the spring and summer without breaking the bank. We also have a large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles ready for your driveway. So shake off the winter at Willis Chevrolet in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire, a front row tickets to every show millionaire, a hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Back to the rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.